Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
Overarching all of this is the trade narrative that we're watching so carefully. It is reaching into every single one of these stories and having an impact upon it. UBS is absolutely no exception this morning. The numbers dropping a little bit earlier on. Second quarter pre-tax profit, that has exceeded expectations. Net income also beating up at $2.4 billion versus $2.2 billion, the estimate there. There's a bunch of technical factors in there relating to the wind down of Credit Suisse. Also some provisioning there. What is interesting, though, is looking forward, what we're hearing is that actually, with some certainty, clients are starting to transact a little bit more. And it was those earnings that Francine Lacqua kicked off in her conversation with Sergio Ermotti a few minutes ago.
If I look at the overall profitability, particularly when looking at the core underlying profits being up 25% year on year, with wealth management businesses in every region growing on a PBT basis, double digit, very strong, and I see good inflows in our alternative business in asset management, reaching 300 billion of assets. In markets, we delivered the second best quarter on record. So I think that across the board in Switzerland we continue to be a strong partner to our clients. With 40 billion of credits or new credits. So across the board, making good progress on the integration. Big milestones was achieved. 400,000 clients were migrated in Switzerland in a smooth way. We are now working on delivering the second wave in the third quarter. And in non-core and legacy assets, we are making good progress in taking down cost, and I'm very pleased.
So even you're ahead of expectations in terms of integration?
Mm-hmm. No, we are online. We are on track. I mean, the integration, I think the next, we already achieved 9 billion of cost savings out of the 13. So we believe between now and year end, we're going to achieve another billion or so, and then 3 billions are going to come in 2026 as we basically shut down all the legacy systems, and we also complete all the logistical migrations.
The relationship between UBS and Switzerland looks from the outside to be at rock bottom. Do you need Switzerland?
I think that we have a very strong and solid relationship with our clients, and the broader Swiss business community and client space. We serve more than 2.5 million clients, probably even higher, 200,000 SMEs. So we have a very solid and embedded relationship with the communities where we live and work in Switzerland. So I think that's I wouldn't really extrapolate some kind of issues to the broader Switzerland. The vast majority of the people recognize our value, and we recognize the value Switzerland brings to us.
When you look at the market views, of course it's a big week for trade. I think we also have GDP a little bit later in the US, but how do you see that going forward?
Well, I mean, the good news is that now we have probably a higher degree of predictability on what the outcome of this tariff discussion will be. If we land at around 15% on average is a base case scenario, which in any case is something that needs to be digested. This is 6 times higher than what we had at the beginning of the year. This brings some kind of inflation. If you think from an exporter standpoint of view, if you are a Swiss or a European exporter, you are basically seeing your clients in the US have to pay 15% more because of tariffs, plus another 10 to 15% more because of FX. And this is a quite big change, so it remains to be seen what's happening in Europe in terms of economic effect, but also what is the consequences for inflation in the US, and this will then translate into potentially consequences for the monetary policies of central banks.
But Sergio, are clients saying, look, they're also worried that this is not it for tariffs, that they can always move back, so actually the uncertainty could remain?
That's a fair point. I think that's what investors and clients, corporate and institutional investors, private investors want to see is stability. I mean, first of all, we need to reach agreements, and then they need to see that there is a degree of predictability and stability in these agreements. There is a degree of news fatigue in the market, so people want to be able to act with certainty.
A little bit of fatigue, certainly feeling that. UBS's CEO, of course, Sergio Ermotti, in conversation with Bloomberg's Francine Lacqua over in Zurich.